What's good, y'all? Let's do a quick. Damn, that light's. I don't know how the lighting is always so bad, but that light is probably the brightest light I've ever had.
What are you talking about?
All right, so here in Cali, we had a full weekend of just torrential rains.
Pouring rain.
It was pretty eventful. Lightning and thunderstorms and all that good stuff. But yeah, I hit a couple of spots, and I'll show you what I got. I walked into the Savers. And this was like a last minute thing. Candy and I were just sitting here BSing. She's been working like super long hours. So I was like, do you want to go to Savers with me? And she was like, no. So I was like, 6 o'clock. They close at 8. I'm going to go do a quick trip. Rolled in there. First thing I saw, these bad boys right here. These are Red Wings. Red Wing tag in there. I think these are probably about a size 10 to 10 and a half. I don't know. I've got to measure them out. They look like, if you know anything about Red Wings, you know that Red Wings, for the life of the boot, they'll sole them for free, I think. They'll oil them, and then new laces, I think, once a year. The laces on these look pretty new. I mean, they're not unraveling or anything. I was very surprised to see these. And the boots they're in good shape. I mean, they've been worn, but there's no, like my crappy boots, just from working out in the elements. These are steel toe. Mine have already worn out right here on the toe. These Red Wings, nope. And there's nothing wrong with these. Can you see that? $7.99. These sell for $125. That's sold comps. I comped last night. So that was a pretty good find right off the bat. Red Wing boots. If you find, now not all of them are going to sell for $100. Most of them around 75. Now I did see some for over 200. So it just depends on what you get. Those are about ankle high boots. But yeah, those are in great shape for $8. I mean, I can't get Nikes there for under $18. So yeah. So pleasantly surprised. And then this was at the Thrifty place in Fairfield. So everything was 50% off on Monday. So this was marked at $8. It's Charter Club. It's not great. The tag's not great, but this is 100% cashmere. So for $8, but actually I paid $4. There's a couple of holes here in the, for $4, I was in line when I found this. You know how you get in line and like there's the rack of clothes there that everybody kind of put shit on that they don't want because they won't take it back. That's where I found this. And those are really the only holes I see are in that right arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like 4 little holes in there. So anyway, 100% cashmere sweatshirt. Have not comped this. Excuse me. I am going to do a quick little what's sold here at the end of this video. $7 paid for this. This is a Travis Matthew hoodie. That guy there, what size is this? I don't remember what size this is. It's a medium. Not great. Not a great size. Travis Matthew. But again, $7 listed, so $3.50 for that. Found this. It's got a couple of marks. Everything on this is in good shape. It felt different than most hoodies. But it's a vintage Nike Air. Red tag, I believe. Yes, red tag. Listed for $7. So I paid $3.50 for that. It's got a couple of light stains on it. We'll get that out easy. Never underestimate the powers of OxyClean. And then this is the inside tag was cut off. This is a tank top. We're coming into spring. Hopefully this rain was the last go. But this is vintage Nike Air. And then underneath it says Air Force One. Tank top. I don't know what size it is. They have it listed as a large. I don't know how the hell they determine. Oh wait, there's a tag on the inside because it says large on the inside. Cool, there's a number on it, so I can do some research on that. $3 it was listed for, so I got that for $1.50. Youngla. I've never sold a Youngla or Young LA. I still don't know how to say it. It's just a standard brown t-shirt. There's the little tag on the bottom there. This is an extra large. It's just a brown t-shirt, that's all. $5 list for. So I got that for $2.50. Grab these. These were priced a little high, but and I almost got a couple other things that were priced high because it's 50% off day. So but I ended up putting them back. They wanted too much for them to begin with. There's a pair of True Religion cargo pants that I didn't pick up. They wanted $40 for those, so I would have been out the door $20, and they only sold for like $30, so no thanks. These are listed at $26, so that's what, 13? Excuse me. These are True Religion joggers. They're extra large, so that's good size. Down with that. And usually on these Trues it'll say, it just says Cargo Revolt Jogger, so that's good. I can do a little bit more research on that. I did some quick research. I have horrible cell service inside that store, so it's hard for me to check. It's got the cargo pockets on the sides and all that. It's got the True badge right there. Hard for me to do comps inside of that place, but what I could find was about $35 to $40 for those. So, I mean, it's all right. This is new with tags, which is the only reason why I grabbed it. And resell's $40. It's Nike, listed for $13, so I paid $7.50 for this. It's a long sleeve Nike Oregon Ducks. What's it say? Duck to win, USA. Opponent advisory, highlight content. I don't know. It's an Oregon thing. I'm a Cal fan, so. But that's the graphic on the front. It's got the O on the back. It's new with tags. It just fell off. $7.50 for that. I did not comp that. I'm going to do some comps tonight when I sit down and do the rest of this video for you guys. This Harley Davidson, just a standard black t-shirt. We do have a Harley shop here in our town. This was $9.29. Oh, this is from Savers. So this was $9.29 minus 20%. So we're at minus $1.80, so whatever that is, 7 something. And it's got our Iron Steed, Vacaville, California on it. I don't know what size this is. I might keep that. It says 2XL. It's a pretty sick shirt. I like it. Okay, found me another soccer jersey. The only thing that's not embroidered on this or a patch is the Samsung on the front, but this is Chelsea Football Club. It's got the England badge on the sleeve. It's got Barclays Premier League on the other sleeve. It's nothing on the back, so there's no It's an Adidas 2XL Climacool. It's $9.29 for this also, so we're rolling at about seven and some change. These soccer World Cup's coming up, man, and that gives me four jerseys so far. This is a vintage Nike sportswear polo. Didn't comp for very much, but I only paid $8. So $160. So we're at $6.80 or something like that. Paid for this. It's just an orange embroidered swoosh on there. Nothing special, but it is vintage. Vintage Nike sportswear, gray tag. And then I grabbed this. I don't know why. I mean, it'll sell for its bread and butter. It's Oakley. It's in great shape. It's just a polo. Nothing special. It's a large, regular fit. $8.29. So we're like $6.80 for that as well. And then you'll see in my in the sold portion of this video, I sold a pair of vintage Levi's that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. Listed those for $100 and got an offer for $70, and I sold those for $70. I paid $10 for them. This pair, so I'm always on the hunt for vintage Levi's, and just know what you're looking for, man. No, like I said before, learn how to read the tags. Know what you're looking for. If it has a tag on the hip, I don't even bother with it. So no tag on the hip, no tag on the butt crack. So immediately I go to the left thigh below the pocket. That's where you're going to find this tag right here. Made in USA. You probably can't see it because I've got the lights all jacked up. I can't figure this lighting shit out. I would be the worst photographer ever. There's your tag, Levi's. And this is down, this would be on the left thigh area below the pocket. You're going to find that tag. And then learn how to read those on the back side there. These are from 1994. The pair I just sold for $70, 1995. The back badge has been taken off. But the other cool thing about this pair, it's a blank red tab. It's got the trademark on there. And if you read up on that and find out what that is, they're not super rare, but they're, I think they estimate like 1 in 10 have that. And I'm not going to do your own research. $14.99, so I'm about about $3 off. So we're a little over $11 for these. And these will go for about $100, $70 to $100. If the same person wants to buy them, they can for $70. And I researched my buyer, and she has a boutique thrift store in Manhattan, and she sells them for $225. So I'm not going to be so nice next time. Okay, Lucky Brand. We do okay with Lucky Brand. These are relaxed fit, long length, 91. I just did a quick comp on these. They're okay. $40 maybe. We're about $11 for these. But these are Lucky Brand dungarees by Jean Montesano, made in USA. These are size 38, but they're made in America. So they're pretty heavy duty. Like I said, we do okay with Lucky Brand. I just sold a pair of Lucky Brands the other day. I wonder if this has the, yep. Once again, lucky you. I just can't believe the hubris on that. It's so funny. Oh, God. Anyway, it didn't take much to make me laugh anymore. Okay. And then this pair of Levi's. These are 3830s. They're not made in America. They're made in Mexico. But these are 2003. They are vintage, but they're 2000s. So they're relaxed fit 550s. And then you can see on here with the red tab has the Levi's on it. So on that red tab, what you're looking for is either the big E or it's blank with the registered on it, the registered trademark on it. So, and like I said, do your research, find out what that is. I did. Okay, I'll tell you. So if you have something that's proprietary, you trademark it, right? So Levi's is trademarked and copyrighted and all that good stuff. So nobody can put out a pair of jeans called Levi's. You can't use the Levi name. That red tab is also trademarked. So every 10th pair of Levi's, roughly, they are blank with just the registered trademark, and that trademarks the red tab. So nobody can put out a pair of jeans with just a red tab on it. That is trademarked by Levi's. And if you do that, you can get your ass sued. Much like the, whatever that is. That's probably trademarked as well. These are good and worn, man. I mean, I think people kind of like that. I mean, they're just good and worn. These will probably go for about $40. So that's all I grabbed. That's it. Spent just about $100 for both hauls. 30 in Fairfield and about 70 here in town. But like I said, we got good stuff, good quality stuff. Okay, are you ready? Yeah. I think I did this. Okay, I think yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go there. Okay, this will be quick because it's the end of March. Sales have been down, but they've kind of been like ebbing and flowing. So we'll go maybe a couple of days with no sales, and then boom, it'll. And it's not for lack of working the site, because I've been on it every day. We've been sourcing like crazy. We've gone from just over 1,700 items probably in the last week and a half to just over 1,800. So I know that doesn't sound like a lot. Some of these guys are like, they do 30 items a day, but they sell quite a bit more than we do as well. So and I've seen some sellers with over 5,000 items in their store, and quite honestly, I don't know if I'm ready for that. So let's just start here, because I don't know if I hit this. This was we'll start at March 21st. I think that's pretty close to where I left you guys off on the last video, because my last video was just about a week ago. So yeah, let's do that. Can we go back a day? Yeah, let's go to the 20th. Okay, we'll start here at March 20th. We had one sale, and that was a pair of Pound Puppies, purebreds. And normally I don't do this. I don't do every sale, but there's not a lot of them. So anyway, this is Pound Puppies purebred. They're new in the box, 1996. They're vintage. I paid $9.21 for those, and sold for $23.75. Okay, then we got a couple of man cave things here. Here's one of them, a vintage Olympia beer back bar mirror. It was pretty big. It took me quite a bit to pack that thing up. I paid $23 for that maybe 2.5 years ago. And I picked up a bunch of them, so we only have a few left, and that sold for $100. Let's see, a purse that Candy picked up at the flea market for $20. Coach Edie, blue star with rivets and studs and leather and suede handbag, that sold for $150. Okay, so in the last video I showed you I picked up 3 pairs of the brand is TK Axel denim jeans. Didn't know anything about this brand. 1 pair already sold. I paid about $12 for those, $11.99 at the Savers here in town. Those sold for $30. So that's about and those were new with tag, and that's about what they're going to sell for, about $30. Let's see. I just want to get you guys the good stuff. Here's a vintage polo Ralph Lauren USA flag patch baseball cap. These polo Ralph Lauren hats, man, they sell, and they sell for good money. I paid $6.60 for that in an online auction, and that sold for $45. Candy's been posting some personal stuff that she's had that she's never used, and so on and so forth. So this was a Louis Vuitton Fleur de Monogram gold rhinestone and pearl bag charm chain. It's a chain that goes on your purse bag thing. That sold for $128. That was an international sale. Let's see here. Also some things to look out for. This is a vintage Crazy Cowboy. That's the tag, Crazy Cowboy. Pearl snap Western shirt. We got that at an online auction for $1.93. That sold for $16. A pair of Vans, cargo, loose fitting denim jeans. If you hang around the kids, you'll see what they're wearing. My son came over for dinner a couple nights ago, and he had on the baggy denim jeans, and so that's, at least in our area in Cali here in NorCal, kids are wearing this stuff. It's the baggy is in, and it seems like the baggier the better. We paid $10 for these at the Goodwill, and those sold for $30. Not too bad. A gray Coach signature jacquard leather trim tote handbag sold for $25. We paid $6.60 for that last year, online auction. Another one of my beer signs. This one was a lot smaller. This is a 16 by 12. It's a vintage Mickey's malt liquor. I don't even know if they make Mickey's anymore. I drank plenty of it, but I don't. But it had the yellow jacket on it with it. Super cool. You can see it right here. Mean green glass beer bar sign. I paid $33 for that at an online auction. That sold for $120. Okay, we bought at a garage sale. These were $2 a piece. We bought like 6 of them. A couple of them have already sold. They're little hibachis. So they're cast iron. They got a little grill on top, and you put like a sterno in it. It's got a little wood base, and you could take like a piece of stew meat, and you could grill it on there. Those, so 3 of those sold. We paid $2 each for those. 3 of those sold at about $20 each, so it was about just under $60. And then, was it same day? Yeah, same day he bought another one. So, so 4 of those total. Yeah, the $19.99 they sold for. So one sale was $60, one sale was $20, and it was like over $100 for shipping. Honestly, and he actually got a 20% discount for buying more than one, and we I think we sent him back some money for the shipping, because the shipping was pretty up there. Okay, this I got late last year. This was a Harry Potter Wizarding World in New York, Beauxbatons. It's just a pullover crew neck sweatshirt. It looked like it was brand new. I paid $13.29 for that, and that sold for $55. another international sale for a pair of, long time ago, one of our first Las Vegas thrifting trips. So this is like 3 or 4 years ago. Anyway, I ran into like just a shitload of brand new golf shoes. We didn't make any money on these, but I bought these for $15 in Vegas, and they sold for $15. Just want to get rid of them. We've been holding on to these. We have like maybe 2, maybe 3 items left from that. We've been holding those things for like 3 years, and they finally sold. Okay. Okay, these sold within just a couple of days. Let's see, within a day. A pair of Nike Golf seersuckers. They were green with white stripes or white with green stripes. Nike Golf Modern Fit dry fit pants. Like I said, those were listed on the 7th and they sold on the 8th. We paid $6 for those. They sold for $21. A pair of the boots that I got up in Yuba City. Let's see. So that was 3, 4, 5, maybe 2. Took 2 months for these to sell. We paid $20 for these. Belleville, waterproof. This was the Civilian, the C793s. Those sold for $80. Paid $20. Those sold for $80. Okay, let's see. Here's a pair of Converse we picked up I picked these up at the Goodwill in Fairfield. They were doing a 50% off day. It's like every third Saturday. And they just announced that they're opening a brand new one in Fairfield, a bigger store, better store. So that'll be cool. I think that opens this weekend, the 16th. Candy's birthday. Happy birthday, Candy. Get a new Goodwill. I paid $15 for those, and those sold for $65. Those have been shipped to the authenticator, and they'll be authenticated. Let's see here. Here's that pair of Lucky Brand jeans. They're just original straight stretch denims. Don't remember what I paid for those. It wasn't very much. Those sold for $15. They don't sell for much. Okay, the pair of this does sell for quite a bit. A couple of videos back, you probably saw I picked up a pair of karate pants. What are they called? They're the white heavy duty karate pants, Tokaido. And I paid $5 for those at the Goodwill in Fairfield, and those sold for $75. So that was a good sale. Let's see, and we're caught up to here today. We had like 4 or 5 different sales. This is we got this at the Goodwill bins last year. Primitive collab with Dragon Ball Z pullover hoodie. We paid $2.32 for that, and it sold for $25. Pair of True Religion cargos. I took an offer on these. We paid $10 for them at the Goodwill in Napa, and those sold for $19. So we were able to at least double our money a little bit. Here's my vintage 501s. These are made in USA 501s. I had these listed for $99.99. I took an offer for $70. I paid $10 for those. And that's it. I mean, there's a couple other sales, but nothing that would excite you. So, yeah. That's just some kind of cool stuff to look for. Okay, sometimes I forget when I'm doing these videos that we sell on Poshmark also. So some stuff sold on Poshmark. A pair of Levi's 529 curvy boot cuts sold for $20. Those were not vintage. The Billabong sweatshirt that I got a few weeks back sold for $30. That's a Billabong Adventure Division fleece, Southwestern style. The True Spec tactical shirt, Cordura base layer, sold for $30. The Puma women's, we've had these for a little while, but I kind of figured that it would take these guys a little bit to sell. They're Puma. They're like boxing shoes. Those sold for $125. And then a Fossil little leather crossbody wallet sold for $20. I think we paid like $1 for that. I think we probably got that at the Goodwill bins. And then our Converse Run Star Hike Platform High Embroidered Floral Red Roses. Those are they're essentially Converse platforms, and they have embroidered little roses on them. I've had those for maybe a couple of weeks. Those sold for $63. So yeah, and that's, now you're caught up on Poshmark. So the Converse, man, we sell a lot of shoes. We sell a lot of shoes, but not all shoes are the same. And I mean, that goes for any garment or anything else. Just do your research on what you're getting. Normally I would say, don't pick up Nike or Under Armour. Usually don't pick up any Under Armour, but Nike, we have a lot of Nike stuff for sale, especially shoes. And I'm very picky on the shoes that I get, and how much we pay for them. So just do your due diligence if you're wanting to jump in this game, man. Right now it seems tough. It's not, we're not in dire territory, but sales are definitely down, but that kind of correlates with the economy right now. I mean, everybody's kind of up on pins and needles right now. I get it. And it's tax season. Tomorrow's tax day. So I get it. So, but anyway, yeah, just do your due diligence and get good stuff when you go to the stores, man. It's not all about numbers. Get your bread and butter and find those bangers, man. Find those bangers when you can. Learn to read the labels. It's very, 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 it can be overwhelming at times. There's so many, but just watch other YouTube people that have a lot of knowledge on what labels sell. There's labels that I pass up all the time that I see other guys pick up, but I'm like, man, I've already got enough stuff. So I will branch out sometimes and pick up some stuff that I normally wouldn't pick up. But if it looks cool, I'll try it. If it comps well, I'll try it. I don't spend a lot of time worrying about sell-through rate when I'm out there buying stuff. I probably should focus on it a little bit more, but to be honest with you, there's a lot of stuff that we pick up that I expect to hold on to for a little while. It's just for a certain buyer. It's not bread and butter stuff. So, yeah. So you're all caught up with us right now. I'm gonna get this thing edited up and get this uploaded this week, so you guys got something to watch over the weekend. And thanks for joining. Thanks for all the support. You see anything you like, you want to pick up from our store, check it out. Go to eBay store at JC Mercantile. You can go to the Poshmark store at JC Merc, MERC. And that's it. I haven't done shit with the Mercari. Even though I signed up, I'm not. It's just not that ambitious right now. We're doing okay with what we got, so we'll just stick with that for right now. But thanks for all the support, guys. Thanks for buying. Thanks for checking out the YouTube page. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that stuff. Share it with everybody and nobody. And I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all you guys watching. I appreciate all you guys subscribing. Really helps out, makes it fun. So, all right, we'll see you on the next one.
Can't handle the truth. Self-centered, self-righteous, self-service, hell yes. One step forward and two steps back, y'all. The three